Hi guys, Wendy here. I'm back with another video. Tonight I want to talk about my evening scents. Depending on the occasion, it could be clubbing, it could be date night, any such thing. But before I go on, I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed, everyone who has commented on my videos. The constructive criticism I've gotten. If that interests you, please keep watching. So the first perfume that I'm going to talk about is my favorite. This is one of my top 10 for life. I'm sure everyone who knows me knows that this is one of my favorite perfumes. So this is Jacobs-Decadence. This is just the original. So Decadence, let me just maybe read out the notes before I go on. So Decadence has top notes of plum, saffron, iris. The middle notes are orris, Bulgarian rose, jasmine sandbark, and the base notes are amber, vetiver, and papyrus. So to me, the most prominent notes that I get are plum. Just the minute you spray it, the minute you spray this perfume, you get that plum note. It just dominates. And then the amber is also there, like in the base you get the vetiver and the amber. Those are the three notes that really stand out to me. Marc Jacobs Decadence, I would say, is, I think I'll be spraying them just in the air. Yeah. So Marc Jacobs Decadence, in my opinion, can be worn out to it takes up a room, it will get you noticed, it will turn heads, sometimes not in the way that you'd want it to. It's very dominant and it's very long lasting and it projects. So you need to be confident and just be like, yeah, I'm wearing this and it is what it is. Get with it. So that's Decadence for you. So in my opinion, this can also be worn to work. Like it gives off those boss babe vibes, but it can only be worn in winter. It gets quite strong with the heat. It's just a short story about this. The first time I got Decadence, this is my second bottle. I first bought a 50 ml after Sepo from Twitter recommended it. I always talk about this with her. So the first time I got it, I was so impatient. I opened it and sprayed it in the air while I was with one of our drivers from work, and he was like, "Oh my God, I need that for my wife." Like, he just sold it to me, and I just said, "No, I need it." It was love at first sniff. So Decadence also smells like a very expensive, sophisticated juice. The plum in it, the bottle, the way you see this bottle, that's exactly how the scent comes off to me. It's sophisticated. It's like a sophisticated juice that you can't really explain. It's not also a safe blind buy. That's one thing I can say about Decadence. But the people who love it really love it. Like, I'm one of those people, and the people who don't like it, yeah, they just don't. So Decadence, it's worth sniffing in my opinion. So that's the first perfume. I'd say this is a clubbing scent. You can wear it to a lounge, drinking. If you're a confident woman, just seated there drinking and having fun. Yeah, that's Decadence. So I'll move on to the next one. My next perfume is Scandal. So Scandal is by Paul Jaultier. This is the original Scandal. There are a lot of flankers of Scandal, just like there are for Decadence. I haven't smelled the other flankers. The same goes for Decadence. I just feel like once you fall in the flankers trap, you want all of them, or maybe one of them will spoil it for you. So Paul Jaultier-Scandal. So let me talk about the notes. So the top notes are blood orange, mandarin orange. Then the middle notes are honey, gardenia, jasmine, orange blossom, and peach. The base notes are beeswax, patchouli, caramel, and licorice. So the most prominent notes that I get, or the key notes in my opinion, in Scandal, the orange, which is just there in the top just for a bit. The honey, this is a honey bomb in my opinion, and I just figured out I really really like honey in my perfumes. It's got honey and beeswax, so it won't be shocking to you if I say it's got it's got this thing about it. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. That's strong. Another thing I need to mention about these perfumes is that they are all quite long lasting and strong. Maybe just one or two are not very strong, and I'm going to talk about that, but they are all quite long lasting. Scandal to me is a sexy date night perfume. It can also be worn to a club. It's seductive, it's sweet. The honey in it, it's syrupy sweet. Like when you spray it on your skin, you actually feel as if it's syrup that you sprayed on your skin, but in a very good way. It sticks around, everyone will smell you, and it's seductive. Just look at the bottle, like the bottle says it all. So that's Scandal. Yeah, for now that's all I'm going to say about this, but I really really love Scandal. I might compare it to another perfume. I'll talk about that later, but for now that's Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. um the next perfume that I'm going to talk about is a flanker. It's a flanker of C. This is C Necre. This is the Necre edition. It's got some glitter in it. So you have to shake it like that before you wear it. There's even an instruction on the bottle, shake before you wear. So the glitter that's in there, it actually shows on your skin that it's glitter. If you spray it on some clothes, the glitter will still attach like that. So Cinecre smells similar to the original Armani-Si, which I'm sure a lot of people have smelled before. It was all over the place, like everyone was wearing C, but the hype has died down a bit. So C, the top notes are black currant, the middle notes are May rose and freesia, the base notes are patchouli and oak moss. So I I also like oak moss in perfume, but I don't know why I don't get it from this perfume. Like I just don't smell it. Maybe it changes on my skin. Let me try to spray it a bit here. So the opening has black currant, but it's got such an alcohol. The alcohol content, in my opinion, is quite high. Yeah. So this perfume is the bottle doesn't really represent the perfume, in my opinion. It's supposed to have some dark color of some sort, like the way the intense is. This perfume is a bit sweet, but it's got some dark elements to it. That's why it suits for like a date night. I would wear this. I wore this in Lusaka, like when I went to see. There's a friend that I went out for dinner with. It's that perfume that's like I know you, but I don't know you that well, and I just want to. It gives off a sophisticated vibe, but it's the only thing about this perfume. It doesn't last very long. It doesn't project much as well, which is perfect for a date night, especially like you don't want to offend people. It's perfect. Like you'd wear it. I haven't worn the original C, so I don't know about the performance on the original, but this one it performs okay. You can get maybe 3 to 4 hours. That's just on my skin. Maybe on other people it might last longer. Yeah, and that dark sensual vibe that it has at the base of it all, like when it dries down, is so nice. In my opinion, it's very nice. C is a winter scent, in my opinion. If not winter scent, wear it at night. I wouldn't imagine wearing this in the heat, especially like right now we're in summer. Don't wear this, you will choke people. So that's C Necre edition. Then there's another perfume that is a bit similar to C. That's the next perfume that I'm going to talk about. This is Always Red. This is by Elizabeth Arden. It's got similar vibes to C. It's a dupe, in my opinion. This is my second bottle of Always Red. That says a lot because it's also got a lot of alcohol in the opening, but it quickly dries down, just like this. The C, the alcohol goes away, and then it dries down to this dark, seductive, sensual perfume. And one thing about this perfume is got a lot of, it's an eau de toilette, but the oil concentration is quite good in it. It lasts long. And if I was given an option between this one and C, I would pick this one because, first of all, it lasts longer in my opinion, and the price point. This is, you can find this on Notino for like £17, but C retails for something, it retails £65 and up. So the price point and the performance and everything, I swear that you're getting something that's almost 90% dupe of C. This is a very good perfume. It's one of my affordable hidden gems, I think. I've seen a few people talk about this, but not many talk about it, and it's so perfect. So the notes of Always Red and the notes that C has are different. So it's funny. They smell the same. Let me just read out the notes for Always Red. So Always Red has plum in the top, blood orange, passion fruit. This one is more fruitier than the C. Just from the top notes you can get that. Then the middle notes are rose, jasmine sandbark, pink freesia. Then the base notes are praline, red amber, and mahogany. So the notes are totally different, but you get the same vibe from it. And that's one thing that's very fascinating about perfume. You might have different notes, but you still have perfumes that smell a bit similar. So that's Always Red. It's perfect for date night as well. I used to wear, the first bottle that I got, I used to wear it out a lot, like for date night when I was dating. So that's Always Red by Elizabeth Arden. The next perfume that I'm going to talk about is Poison Girl. Poison Girl by Dior. My opinion can be worn all year round, except in too much heat. It's perfect for summer dates. It's perfect for clubbing. It's a people pleaser. I even wear this for work. It's quite a people pleaser, and it smells sweet and nice. I mentioned that I'm going to compare Jean-Paul Gaultier to another perfume, and this is the perfume I was talking about. So Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier and Poison Girl Dior, they smell alike. The only difference is that this is syrupy sweet. It's got honey. It's a honey bomb, and I love honey. It's a honey bomb, while this one has vanilla. So usually when I first wore Scandal, because I'd worn this before, this is the second time I'm buying Poison Girl. When I first wore this, I just felt, I'm like, this reminds me of something, and what it was reminding me of was Poison Girl. And then later on, like a year, I got this perfume 2 years later, after 2 years later from the first time I had bought it, and this perfume also reminded me of this one. The only difference is that this has vanilla while this one has honey. The notes are not exactly the same, but the vibe that you get from them is quite similar. So the top notes of this are bitter orange and lemon. The middle notes are damask rose and grace rose. Then there's also orange blossom. The base notes are vanilla, almonds, tonka bean, tolu balsam, and sandalwood. There's also heliotrope and cashmere. So that's those are the notes for Poison Girl. They are not similar to Scandal. So that's Poison Girl. So what I was saying is Poison Girl is good for a summer date. It can also work for clubbing. It's sweet but not too sweet. The vanilla, okay, that got into my eyes. Yeah, the vanilla and everything. And the orange in the top. The orange in the top is quite prominent, but when it dries down, what I get is the vanilla sweetness. So that's Poison Girl by Dior. So the last perfume that I'm going to talk about is Gucci Rush. Gucci Rush by Gucci. That's the one. It's got it's got a unique bottle. It's all red. You can't even, like, it's opaque. You can't see what's inside. So Gucci Rush by Gucci. So this perfume is not a safe blind buy. Before I even go further, I love the top notes. So the top notes are peach, Californian gardenia. So when you just wear it, when you just spray it, that's what you get. I get the gardenia. I don't get much of the peach. Then there's also African freesia petals. Then the middle notes are coriander, damask rose, jasmine. The base notes are patchouli, natural vanilla, and vetiver. Vetiver in perfumes, it's Decadence has vetiver as well. It gives this masculine feel to it. And Gucci Rush is not one of the most feminine perfumes on this list. I think all of the other 5 that I've mentioned are very feminine. This gives you, it's a unique scent. Like, it's so difficult to describe. It just feels like it tastes artificial, in my opinion. It tastes artificial, but you can get that that's a perfume. You get the vibe of a perfume, but not really. I don't know how I can explain this. It's unique. You would have to smell it, and once you smell it, you wouldn't forget that that's Gucci Rush. So I would wear this to an open space chill, like those chills where you just go out drinking in a parking lot. If you live in Zambia, in Ndola, there's a place called Little Eden. In Lusaka, there was that place where we used to go to when I was a student. It was called Jazz. Yeah, in Mongu, Diambai, such places, open spaces, because this is not a close encounter perfume. I feel like some people would love it and others would hate it. So an open space would give everyone, they would sniff it, but not too much of it. And don't overspray this, in my opinion. But I'm so happy I have this in my collection. It's unique. I love unique perfumes, but not too unique, obviously, because I want everyone to like the perfume I'm wearing. So that's Gucci Rush by Gucci. That concludes my not so short video of my evening scents. So the ones for clubbing, I'll just go ahead and mention them again. I would recommend for clubbing. We have Paul Jaultier-Scandal, which I would mention, which I would recommend for date night and even clubbing as well. It's quite sexy. Then there's C Necre edition, which I would recommend for date night. Always Red by Elizabeth Arden, which smells similar to C, which I would also recommend for date night. I prefer this over this, by the way. Then the next perfume that I'm going to talk about is Poison Girl, which I think can go for any evening occasion. It's a clubbing, date night, a lounge, any occasion, Poison Girl. Then finally we have Gucci Rush by Gucci, which I think is strictly for clubbing and open space shoes. So that concludes my video. Thank you for watching. Like and comment, share this with your friends. Let me know down below what your clubbing scents are, what your date night scents are, what your lounge scents are. Thank you. Till next time.